Hello everyone, in this video we will talk about the different types of questions in IELTS reading section. Also, we will look into few practice questions in form of examples. In IELTS reading, there are different types of questions that you can expect. As you have limited time to answer these questions, you need to be aware as to what they are. In order to score well, you have to prepare yourself to answer within a set time. Below is the list of questions that can be asked in IELTS reading section. Now let us look into the first type of question, which is the multiple choice questions. Under this, you will be given a beginning of a sentence, a statement, or a question. Also, what you need to remember here is you will have to choose the right answer from the 4 given options. Sometimes it might also happen that you will have to choose more than 1 correct answers from the 5 or 7 given options. Here is the cited example of a multiple choice question. There is a small passage on Mona Lisa, and subsequent to that is the multiple choice question. You can pause the video and go through the paragraph, and then when it comes to the question goes according to the passage. Mona Lisa is A, there is option B, there is option C, and there is option D. So once you have read the passage and after reading the question, you need to select the right option from the given to you. The next type of question which you can expect is the true, false, not given. Under this type of question, you need to identify the information in the passage and check whether the statement agrees or contradicts the information, or there is no information at all. For example, do the following statement agree with the information given in the passage? Please write on your answering sheet the following. If it is true, if the statement agrees with the information, if the statement contradicts with the information, then you need to write false, and if there is no information at all in the passage, then you need to write not given. Now we have cited a passage, and below are the type of questions which can be asked, and you need to select whether it is true if it is true, then false if it is false, and then not given if it is not mentioned in the passage. The third type of questions which can be asked are yes, no, and not given. With respect to yes, no, and not given questions, you will have to decide if the writer's opinion or views in the question statements can be found in the passage. For example, do the following statement agree with the claims of the writer in the reading passage? And what you need to do here is, if the statement agrees with the claims of the writer, then you need to write yes. If it contradicts with the claims of the writer, you need to write no. And if it is impossible to say what the writer thinks about, then it should be not given. Again, we have cited an example. There is a small passage which is given in the video on salt, and below that there are questions asked in relation to yes, no, and not given. Now once you finish reading the passage, you can go through the questions and then answer them what you think the writer's claims are, and accordingly say yes, no, and not given. The next type of question which you can expect is match the headings, titles, and paragraph information. Under this, you will have to choose the heading from the list which is given, which matches a section or paragraph in the passage. And also you will need to remember that you have to match the information given in the question with the information which is found in one of the paragraphs in the passage. There is an example which is given here in relation to the same, and there is a passage which is given on houses, and there is a list of there's a list of paragraph headings which is given, and after reading the passage, you will have to find out which title or which list of the heading matches the paragraph the best. The next sort of question which you can expect under the IELTS reading section is match features and sentences. Under this, you will have to match features of the passage, for example, people or places to statements about those features. Also, you will have to match a sentence endings to make right statements in relation to the passage. Here there is a practice example which is given. There is a small paragraph on telepathy and there is a question which is asked below, asking you to match the features. So once you finish reading the passage, you can see there are different options which are given and you need to select the right option to match the feature. The next type of question which you can expect is completion of a summary or a sentence. Here you will have to complete a summary or a sentence by filling in a word or short phrases from the passage. And each question you will be given about the number of words which you need to use. So sometimes they will be mentioning as to whether it is one word, not more than one word, or not more than 2 words. So you need to follow those instructions. There is a small passage which is given on hydroelectric plants, and below is the cited practice example of summary completion. So once you finish reading the passage, then you can read the question of summary completion and fit in the words which are required in the summary completion. The next is completion of a table or a flowchart or label a diagram. You will have to complete a given table, flowchart or label the diagram using the correct words from the passage. In each question, you will be given the number of words you have to use. There is an example which is given here in relation to the labeling of a diagram. There is a passage which is given in relation to brain, and then there is below you can see there is a diagram on brain and there are different numbers with markings. Once you have finished reading the passage, then as per the passage you need to label the diagram. Yes, the next type of question which you can expect is selecting of words, phrases, sentences from the list. You will have to choose the right option from the given list of words or phrases which mean the same as the words mentioned in the passage. Each question you will be given the number of words to be used. Below is the cited example of the same. There is a small passage on rock music and there are different questions which are asked below. Yes, so after reading the passage, you need to follow the instructions and answer the same. The last type of question which you can expect is short answer question. You will be given a question and you will have to find a word or a phrase from the passage to answer each question. In each question, you will be given a number of words you need to find. Yes, there is a practice example which is given to you. There is a passage on endangered African rhino. You can read the passage and then below that there is a question which is asking you choose no more than 3 words or a number from the text for each answer. So what you need to do is you need to choose no more than 3 words or a number. Write your answers in the answering sheet. So once you finish reading the passage, then you can read the questions and write the answers. Thank you.